I was 68 when my wife Marie left me. No warnings, no goodbye, just a note on the kitchen table and a closet half empty. We'd been married 29 years, nearly 3 decades of shared breakfasts, Sunday drives, birthdays, funerals, and silence during our bereavements. We weren't perfect, but we were consistent. We didn't fight much. I thought that was a sign of harmony. Maybe it was indifference. Maybe we stopped talking a long time ago and didn't even notice. That morning I walked into the kitchen expecting the smell of toast or coffee. Instead, I found a folded sheet of paper with my name written in Marie's handwriting. Jim, I'm sorry, this isn't the life I want anymore. I've found someone else, someone who sees me. I'm leaving today. Please don't look for me. Marie. I stood there barefoot on the cold tile rereading the letter. It didn't make sense. Who, where, how long? No answers. Just the sound of the refrigerator humming and my pulse ringing in my ears. I checked the bedroom. Her drawers were open, half her clothes gone. The small bag she kept on top of the wardrobe, the one she used for weekend trips to her sister's, was missing. I sat on the edge of the bed and stared at the carpet. Was it something I said? Something I didn't say? Had she been unhappy all this time? I called her sister. No answer. I called our daughter Lauren. She had no idea. Dad, what the hell? Are you okay? I think your mother's gone, I said. Lauren came over within an hour. She looked through the house like a crime scene investigator, hoping to make sense of it, but there was no trail. Marie was just gone. We sat at the table, the note between us. Lauren was crying, I wasn't. I didn't feel anything, not anger, not sadness, just static. Days turned into weeks. I filed a missing persons report, then withdrew it. She wasn't missing. She left. That was her choice. Rumours trickled in. A neighbour said they'd seen Marie getting into a red sedan 2 mornings before. Someone at church claimed she'd been talking to a man from the grief support group. I didn't want to believe any of it, but deep down I knew. This wasn't sudden. It had been building, quietly beneath the surface. One evening I found an old photo album buried in the closet. Flipping through the pages, I saw a different Marie, one who smiled wider, who looked directly into the camera. The woman in the last few years barely smiled at all. Had I missed it? Had I ignored her fading joy?
6 months later, I received a postcard. No return address. Just a photo of a beach and 5 words in her handwriting. I'm okay. Please forgive me. I laughed. I actually laughed, not out of joy, but disbelief. Forgive her for disappearing, for ripping our family apart. But after the laugh came the ache. I realised I still loved her, even after all this. I started therapy. I'd never believed in it before, but talking helped. I learned how to name what I was feeling. Abandonment, betrayal, grief, guilt. And somewhere under all that, relief. Relief that I could now ask myself what I wanted, who I was without Marie. Over time, I rebuilt my routine. I joined a book club at the library. I learned how to cook, badly at first. I even took up walking every morning just to feel the air. I wasn't trying to move on, I just didn't want to stay stuck. Then one day, at the farmer's market, I met Susan. She was selling handmade soap. She joked about how her grandkids thought she was a witch with all her herbs and oils. We talked. Then we talked again and again. I didn't tell her about Marie for a while. When I finally did, she nodded slowly. People change. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Maybe I hadn't. Maybe I just became invisible to someone who stopped looking. It's been 4 years now. I never saw Marie again. Never got another postcard. Sometimes I still dream about her. Not the Marie who left, but the one who married me. The one who wore yellow on our wedding day and danced barefoot in the backyard. I don't hate her. I don't even resent her anymore. Because now I understand. Sometimes people leave not to hurt you, but to find something they lost in themselves. And sometimes getting left behind is what finally lets you see who you really are. I don't know if Marie found what she was looking for, but I did, and I'm okay.